Gentlemen, in my opinion, there are some clothing items that you should never buy luxury of because they are simply not worth it, and in my opinion you should buy the cheaper alternatives instead. So in this very video I will show you 8 clothing items that I believe you should never buy luxury of. So let's not waste any more time and let's begin. The very first type of item that I don't think you should ever buy from luxury stores are t-shirts, undershirts and tank tops. The reason being is that t-shirts, undershirt and tank tops are going to be replaced at some point, because whenever you use a t-shirt or undershirt for a very long time, there will either be pit stains, possibly you'll stain it with some kind of sauce or whatever you might stain your shirts with, and they're going to show off wear and tear at some point because of heavy and often usage. So therefore you will at some point need to replace your t-shirts and undershirts, which therefore doesn't make sense to buy luxury of, because luxurious t-shirts from high-end companies are going to set you back hundreds of dollars sometimes. So therefore doesn't really make sense to purchase these from very expensive brands. So therefore it doesn't really make sense. Another type of item that doesn't make sense of buying luxury of is a belt. The reason being is that if you buy a cheap, affordable belt from a great company or a designer belt that will cost you hundreds of dollars, they do the exact same thing, nearly if not identically as well. So therefore it doesn't really make sense to splurge on a very expensive designer belt. Maybe the quality will be a little bit better on the expensive ones, but that is depending on the brand that you decide to buy them from. But generally, a designer expensive $1,000 belt or an affordable cheaper belt will do as good of a job as each other of holding your pants up and looking stylish. So therefore it doesn't really make sense either. Another type of item that I think you should save your money on and don't buy luxury of are shorts, and that is because I feel the same way with shorts that I do with t-shirts, undershirts and tank tops. You are going to want to replace them at some point. So if you decide to at some point invest in very expensive shorts, you are going to replace them with another pair of expensive shorts that is going to be very expensive in the long run. And you can find some awesome, affordable, stylish shorts in a variety of different stores like H&M, Zara, Forever 21, Lululemon and etc. There are a lot of places that you can find awesome, stylish, affordable and comfortable shorts that you don't need to buy expensive shorts from various luxurious brands. Also, the fit of the shorts from expensive stores is going to be nearly identical than the affordable brands, so it really doesn't make sense to buy expensive shorts either. Another type of item that I don't think makes sense to invest a whole lot of money on are underwear and socks, and that is because it is the same reason as the shorts and t-shirts. The wear and tear signs are going to be inevitable. If you wear a pair of underwear very frequently and you wash them a lot, the signs are going to be there and they might possibly rip at some point. And if you wear a pair of socks very frequently and you wash these socks over and over again, holes are almost inevitable to appear. So therefore it doesn't make sense to purchase very expensive underwear or socks. But I think it is a great idea to have some slightly mid-range and possibly slightly more expensive socks than average, especially if you are going to dress up for an occasion and possibly wear a suit, because higher quality socks are going to be slightly more appropriate and possibly more comfortable to have underneath your more dressier boots or whatever you might wear. So even though I think mid-range socks are a great idea to own, I don't think that high-end, very expensive $100 plus underwear and socks are at any time necessary. So save your money on these items as well, at least in my opinion. The fifth type of item that I think you should save your money on and don't buy luxury of are sandals and flip-flops. If you want to invest in a pair of Birkenstocks, I don't blame you. They might be comfortable, but I don't really like sandals and flip-flops at all, especially if you're going to wear them outside where other people can see them. I don't think they're stylish at all, but especially flip-flops, because my guilty pleasure of a product that I wanted the most when I was younger and a teenager was a pair of Louis Vuitton flip-flops. And whenever I tried them and felt the quality of them for the first time, I was wondering, how can they charge hundreds of dollars for a pair of flip-flops that is made of almost the exact same materials as flip-flops for $10-20? It doesn't make sense, and therefore it doesn't make sense for me to recommend these types of items for you from luxurious brands. So sandals and flip-flops I also think should save your money on. Something that I would also save my money on and don't splurge on is a hat, and that is any type of hat. If it is for your personal style, a snapback, a beanie to keep your head warm in the colder seasons, it doesn't make sense to splurge on these, because these are not investment pieces. You're only going to wear them once in a while. I hopefully think you're going to wear them once in a while and not every single day, because why? I don't really see the point. But it doesn't really make sense to splurge on an expensive hat where the cheaper affordable hats might do the same and have the exact same practicality. So spend your money wisely on something else, possibly an investment piece that you might wear a lot and is way more practical and versatile than a hat. It doesn't really make sense for me, at least. In the same category as shorts, I want to mention swimming shorts or swimming trunks, whatever you might want to call them. And that is because these are seasonal pieces. You're not going to wear them a heck of a lot unless you're out swimming or on vacation. So therefore I wouldn't splurge a lot of money on a pair of swimming trunks, because in my opinion you want a variety of swimming trunks with possibly different colors, patterns and whatever you might want, because these pieces in my opinion are meant to be fun with some different types of colors that might stand out, and therefore I don't really would like to spend a lot of money on swimming trunks, because you can find awesome, cool, fun swimming trunks in a lot of different stores. So therefore in my opinion it doesn't make sense to spend an insane amount of money on swimming trunks ever. The last and eighth type of item that I would never splurge on and purchase from very luxurious houses are sunglasses, and the reason might not be as simple as you might think. The brand Luxottica makes 80% of sunglasses in the world for some of the most well-known designer and luxury houses out there. So the markup can be anywhere from $10 to thousands of dollars, and therefore I think you should search for brands out there that make high quality, comfortable sunglasses for much more affordable prices that you might find from different luxurious designers. And some examples that you might have seen on the Men's Improvement YouTube channel are Jade Black and Firmoo, that I recently made a sponsored post for. Both of these brands make high quality sunglasses and glasses in general that are not very expensive and affordable, that fit very well. They have different types of designs that you might desire, and they won't break the bank. So luxury sunglasses are a thing that I would never spend my money on and ever recommend. And I think that you can find awesome, stylish and well-fitting sunglasses from a lot of different brands out there. You just gotta make some research and see what your budget is, and I'm sure that you will find some awesome sunglasses out there that won't break the bank. And I would never purchase an expensive pair of sunglasses because it's so unnecessary and doesn't really make sense in my opinion. Gentlemen, these were 8 items that I think you should never buy luxury and save your money on. What do you think? Have you done some of these purchases that you might regret or not have regretted? Do you agree with me in this list? Comment down below. I would love to see what you have to say down there. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrances, grooming, style, fashion, skincare, fitness, watches, everything that will make you gentlemen the best possible versions of yourselves. The last few things that I want to ask you gentlemen is to smile more because it's free, and I want you to watch these two videos right here. This one here below is going to be my latest upload rest. This one up here is going to be the YouTube algorithm thinks you will enjoy.